Gentlemen, implore me no farther, for how I firmly am resolved, that is not to bestow my youngest daughter, before I have a husband for the elder. If either of you both love Catherine, because I know you well and love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
To cart her, rather? She's too rough for me. There, Lord Hortensio, will you any wife?
I pray you, sir, is it your will to make a stale of me among these mates?
Mates, maid, how mean you that? No mate for you unless you are gentle or mild or mold.
I faith, sir, you shall never need to fear. I wish it is not halfway to her heart. But if it were, doubt not her care should be, to calm your noddle with a three-legged stool, and paint your face and use you like a fool.
From all such devils, good Lord, deliver us.
And me too, good Lord.
Hush, master, here's some good pastime forward. That wrench's dark matter, wonderful forward.
But in the other silence do I see maid's mild behavior and sobriety. Peace, Tranio.
Well, master, mum, gaze your fill.
Gentlemen, that I may soon make good what I have said, Bianca, get you in. And let it not displease thee, good Bianca, for I will love thee nevertheless, my girl.
A pretty pet, it is best put fingers in the eye, and she knew why.
Sister, content you in my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure I humbly subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company. Unto them I look and practice by myself.
Hark, Tranio, thou mayest hear me never speak.
Signor Baptista, will you be so strange? Sorry am I that our goodwill effects Bianca's grief.
Why will you mew her up, Signor Baptista, for this fiend of hell, and make her bear the penance of her tongue?
Gentlemen, content you, I am resolved. Go in, Bianca. And for I know she take most delight in music, instruments, and poetry. Schoolmasters will I keep within my house, fit to instruct her youth. If you, Hortensio, or Sino Gremio, you know any such, prefer them hither, for to cunning men I will be very kind and liberal. To mine own children, in good bringing up, and so farewell.
Why, and I trust I may go too, may I not? What shall I be appointed hours as though be like? I knew not what to take and what to leave.
You may go to the devil's den. Your gifts are so good, here's none will hold you. There, love is not so great, Hortensio, but we may blow our nails together and fast it fairly out. Our cake's dough on both sides. Farewell. Yet for the love I bear my sweet Bianca, if I can by any means light on a fit man to teach her that wherein she delights, I will wish unto her father.
So will I, Signor Gremio, but a word, I pray. Though the nature of our quarrel yet never brooked parley, know now, upon advice, it toucheth us both, that we may yet again have access to our fair mistress, and be happy rivals in Bianca's love, to labor and effect one thing specially.
What's that, I pray?
Marry, sir, to get a husband for his sister.
A husband? A devil!
I say, a husband.
I say a devil. Think'st thou, Hortensio, though her father be very rich, any man is so very a fool to be married to hell?
Tush, Gremio, though it pass your patience and mine to endure her loud alarms. Why, man, there be good fellows in the world, and a man could light on them would take her with all faults and money enough.
I could not tell, but I had as lief take her dowry with this condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
Faith, as you say, there is small choice in rotten apples. But come, since this bar and law makes us friends, it shall be so far forth, friendly, maintained, till by helping a Baptista's eldest daughter to a husband, we set his youngest free for a husband, and then have to afresh. Sweet Bianca, happy man be his dole. He that runs fastest gets the ring. So how say you, Signor Gremio?
I am agreed, and would I had given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, and bed her, and rid the house of her. Come on.
Basta, content thee, for I have it full. We have not yet be distinguished in any house for man or master. Then it follows thus. Thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead. Keep house and port and servants as I should. I will be some other some Florentine, some Neapolitan, or meaner man of Pisa. 'Tis hatched and shall be so, Tranio. At once uncase thee and take my colored hat and cloak. When Piandello comes, he waits on thee, but I will charm him first to keep his tongue.
So had you need. In brief, sir, sith your pleasure is, and I'm too tired to be obedient. For so your father charged me at our party, be serviceable to my son, quoth he. And although I think 'twas in another sense, I'm content to be Lucentio, because I love Lucentio.
Tranio, be so, because Lucentio loves, and let me be slave to achieve that maid, whose sudden sight hath swallowed my wounded eye.
Verona, for a while I take my leave to see my friends in Padua, but of all my best beloved and approved friend Hortensio, and I trow this is his house. Here, Sir Grumio, knock, I say.
Knock, sir. Whom shall I knock? Is there any man whose rebuke shall worship?
Villain, I say knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir. Why, sir, what am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say knock me at this gate, and rap me well, or I'll knock your next pig.
My master has grown quarrelsome. I shall knock you first, and then I know after who comes by the worst.
Will it not be, faith Sarah, and you'll not knock it? I'll ring it. I'll try how you can so far and sing it.
Help, mistress. Help, my master is mad.
Now knock when I bid you, Sarah Villain.
Petruchio, patience. I am Grumio's pledge. Why, this is a heavy chance twixt him and you, your ancient, trusty, pleasant servant, Grumio. And tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you to Padua from old Verona?
Such wind as scatters young men through the world, to see their fortunes farther than at home, where small experience grows but in a few, Signor Hortensio. Thus it stands with me, Antonio, my father, is deceased, and I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to wife and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have, and goods at home, and so am come abroad to see the world.
Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee, and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Thou thank me but a little for my counsel, and yet I'll promise thee she shall be rich, and very rich. But thou art too much my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we few words suffice. And therefore, if thou know one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, be she as foul as was Florentius' love, as old as Sibyl, and as cursed and shrewd as Socrates, Xanthippe, or worse, she moves me not, or not removes at least, affection's edge in me. Were she as rough as are the swelling Adriatic seas, I come to wife if wealthily in Padua, if wealthly, then happily in Padua.
Nay, look ye, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. Why, give him a gold enough and marry him to a puppet, or an aglet baby, or an old trot with narrow tooth in her head. Though she have as many diseases as 250 horses. When the thing comes amiss, so money comes withal.
Now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me disguised in sober robes to old Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music, to instruct Bianca, that so I may, by this device at least, that have leave and leisure to make love to her, and unsuspected court her by herself.
Oh, very well, I have perused the note. Hark you, sir, I'll have them very fairly bound, all books of love. See that at any hand, and see you read no other lectures to her. You understand me? Over and beside Signor Baptista's liberality, I'll mend it with the largest. Take your paper too, and let me have them very well perfumed, for she is sweeter than perfume itself, to whom they go to. What will you read to her?
Whate'er I read to her, I'll plead for you as for my patron. Stand you so assured, as firmly as yourself were still in place. Yea, and perhaps with more successful words than you, unless you were a scholar, sir.
Oh, this learning, what a thing it is.
Oh, this woodcock, what an ass it is.
Peace, Sarah.
Grumio, Mom, God save you, Signor Grumio.
And you are well met, Signor Hortensio. Trow you whither I am going to Baptista Minola, I promised to inquire carefully about a schoolmaster for the fair Bianca, and by good fortune I have lighted well on this young man, for learning and behavior fit for her turn, well read in poetry and other books, good ones, I warrant ye.
'Tis well, and I have met a gentleman hath promised me to help me to another, a fine musician to instruct our mistress. So shall I no whit be behind in duties to fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my deeds shall prove.
And that his bad shall prove.
Gremio, 'tis now no time to vent our love. Listen to me, and if you speak me fair, I'll tell you news indifferent, good for either. Here is a gentleman whom by chance I met, upon agreement from us to his liking, will undertake to woo cursed Catherine, and to marry her if her dowry please.